Now we're going to hear the chamber choir singing a number of songs from a well-known musical called Jesus Christ Superstar. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story as we go along so that you will understand a bit more about the Easter story, which is what we're celebrating this afternoon. Now, before Jesus went to die on the cross for us, he was at supper. He was having a meal with his friends. Now, you must remember that in Palestine in those days, it was extremely hot. So people didn't wear shoes and socks like we wear, they just wore sandals. And when they went to a meal in someone's house, they would take their sandals off and they'd sit down or they'd recline by the table, and normally a servant would come in and would wash their feet because their feet were very dusty. And then they might anoint them, pour sweet-smelling oil on their feet. Well, I think in this particular meal, that didn't happen. And so in the middle of the meal, a woman called Mary Magdalene suddenly turned up, much to the amazement of all the disciples, and poured a very expensive ointment or oil on the feet of Jesus. Now, Judas, who was to betray Jesus, he objected to this because he said, This could have been spent on the poor. The money that you spent on this very costly ointment could have gone to the poor, and it should have done. But Jesus turned and said to the disciples and to Judas, "You will always have the poor with you, and you will need to look after them, but you will not always have me with you. Soon I will be going." And he was talking, of course, about his death on the cross. And so he said what Mary had done was a very special and important thing for him. Well, the disciples were upset by all this. They didn't know what to make of it. But now in this song, Mary says to them, "Don't worry, everything will be all right."